outside, he's doing it on purpose. You know what I mean? If it's happening, it's on purpose.
Because you would be.
Yeah. Because this isn't the first time this came up. It didn't happen, a year ago. I mean, it went public a long time.
You said it's been coming at you for your whole career.
It's been coming at me for,
So you're saying it's not on purpose?
No, I don't. I'm saying not only that, I'm like really conscious of staying away from any shit that's personal.
There are guys now that won't go on stage in front of you.
That's not true, man. Nobody that I know of, except for Ari.
Bill Burr
is the only person that I know of that actually didn't. I've done big shows with Bill Burr.
Okay.
It just gets perpetuated to a point where, the stories of it become better than the actual.
You know what? And you're right.
Act itself.
You're right. That's why, when I got in the mire of this, it was not my intention to rehash anything, but I did want to give you the opportunity to come back here and deal with this shit.
I've never dealt with it like this. And like I said, listen,
No Gaffigan jokes?
Gaffigan. No, he whispers. Now, one time I whispered a whole show, but this is probably like in 1998, so it was probably before I even knew of any of his stuff. But I'm look, if I've seen him, I can tell you what they do and how they do it, and I stay away from that shit. Okay. He's from the look at him.
Yeah,
he's crazy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Or with Wendy. Where she'll just
throw aside the punchline.
You know what I mean?
Technique.
I get all that stuff, and like I said, a lot of this stuff becomes personal, most likely because I am kind of a guarded human being when it comes to that stuff.
What do you want to say to everybody?
You know what? To whatever anybody has thought that I've done to them, I'm sorry, man.
What about to
really
the audience?
To my audience, and
to the people that you're dissenters,
I don't know what to say to them. Like, you've asked me every question. I haven't sidestepped any. Do you know what I'm saying? I haven't tried to sidestep it. I've answered it as honestly as I can. I mean, and more so now than even last time.
Yeah.
Because I felt like last time there was still a sense of agenda on my behalf.
I felt that.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's because I want people to like me. I really do.
I know.
And what happened was this morning, ironically, bro, this morning, I'm driving. Well, I wasn't driving. I was in a car, and I started writing about this. Just not funny stuff. Just, I'm watching the sunrise. The journey, that I've been through is amazing, yet because of my fears, it seems I'm never satisfied. Don't misunderstand. I've always been happy. It's just that, having been born in a village and raised in this country has been, and so that's what this was about. It was literally me going, I've cared so much about what people think about me that it has led me to negative behavior. It has led me to go on stage and say, fuck you, because I was worried about them, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Not me. I mean, part of like going on stage at the Comedy Store that I used to love was, and this was even a bigger asshole move than doing a long time. You know what I used to do at the Comedy Store about 4, 5, 7 years ago? I used to go on stage. Well, I used to hang out when there was a bad crowd. You know what I mean? And just watch the comics go, this crowd sucks, this crowd sucks, this crowd sucks, this crowd sucks. That kind of, everybody's having shitty sets. And then I go up on stage and have a really great set. And right at that moment where I have them, I would look back at my brother and go, how long was that, bro? And he'd go, 5 minutes. And I'd be like, that's it. Good night, everybody. Like, that was just me going, that's how you do it, fuckers. You know what I mean? But a lot of that was to myself as well.
Sure.
To prove to myself that, you got it. You can still do this. That was before the TV show. You know what I mean? That was before realizing that I don't want to do things out of fear. I want to do things out of love for me, for my audience, for other comics. You know what I mean?
Well, I hope you succeed in turning that around.
I don't know that I can, and that's the hard part.
You can.
I'm
Yes.
serious.
It's why people, some people do it. They have religious experiences.
Yeah.
Did you ever just sit down and I think what I sensed the last time we talked was that, you say that, you're sorry and you say that, this makes you feel bad, but do you experience the sadness of it? I mean, some people have said that you're pathological.
Yeah, I experience that when I'm alone.
What happens? Do you cry?
Yeah, man.
Seriously?
Dude, I get depressed and I don't leave the house. I mean, but I can't show anybody that.
Yeah.
But when I'm dealing with this shit alone, fuck yeah, it hurts.
You're a real comic and you got some real fucking problems. And that's, they're problems inside you, they're problems outside of you. But I still can't take away the fact that, you earned your place and you've made it work. And that not everyone can do that. And there's a certain amount of spite that comes towards people because of that. And these other things, I've done everything I can to talk through this stuff. And you've been,
was there some burning question that these guys had, that these guys, you know what I mean? I truly want to answer
there was
them.
actually nobody, nobody actually was that negative. You've been sort of in the community. It's now a given. There are certain things that are given. Here are the 3 points. You know what they are. Mencia steals, so I don't want to go on in front of him. Or, he stole this guy's shit, he stole that guy's shit. Okay? The other one is, he bumps people to teach them a lesson. Okay. The other one is, he won't take responsibility for any of this shit, and he has no friends, and because he's an asshole.
Well, I don't have friends in the business. That's true. Well, that's not true. I mean, I do have, but outside of comedy. But a big part of it is when I'm just not into blaming other people for my shit. I do take responsibility for my shit. We've conversed about this a while. You've never heard me say they're the reason that, I lost my show, or there's the reason that, ratings dropped, you know what I mean? No. I've never blamed any of those people for anything.
And these guys were pretty, they were pretty diplomatic too, because, I mean, the interesting thing is that they understand you. And whether your view of what you do, or whether what their view of what you do, is different, they understand you and they act in relation to that understanding. And some of them are talking from experience, and some of them are, the guys who are talking shit, I'm not interested in them.
Right. To Willie, I will apologize personally to Willie, because I did say some shit about him that came off way fucked up on stage, but I didn't mean it the way it sounded. I'm very blunt, and it was just not right. It was not cool the way I said it.
What was it?
Well, it was back in the day when the LA Cabaret used to be open.
Oh yeah, geez, that's a long
and
time.
And I said, this guy is gonna be really, really funny someday. And then I said, Willie Barcena. But I didn't mean to say
he's not funny
he's
now.
not funny. I meant to say, this guy just is gonna blow it out of the park. I don't remember everybody there, but there was one time that I did say in front of a bunch of Latino comedians, of all you guys, and I think I pointed to Gabriel Iglesias.
Yeah.
I said, you're going to make it in stand-up. You love stand-up. You are going to do whatever it takes. You're going to write. You're going to do it. This isn't something, if you get a TV show, you're still going to do stand-up. I said, the rest of you guys, you don't love it that much. As soon as you get a TV show, you'll stop doing stand-up.
Uh-huh.
And it wasn't very popular at the time. And you know what? I shouldn't have fucking... I didn't need to open my fucking mouth in the first place. There's no reason for me to say shit like that.
Yeah, we do. We all do. I've said shit like that. But you know what? It's interesting that you say that, because I think in closing, I can honestly say that you love stand-up.
I love stand-up, man. More than anything in the world.
I know, man.
More than my wife. More than my kid. More than. There's nothing. There's nothing I've ever done that feels as amazing as making people happy. But it's not fun anymore. Not like that.
Well,
it's just not fun anymore. You know what I mean?
Well, I hope you can get back to